Hey guys, it's Colton and Janina at Arise Athletics, and today we wanted to bring you a little tutorial, and this one is going to be about battle ropes, alright? They're a really great conditioning tool, but only, like many things, like many movements, only if you're using them the right way. And it's something that I feel like there's not a lot of information out there about troubleshooting the way you're doing battle ropes, because to some of us it's just so intuitive, it comes naturally, but I've been experiencing a lot of clients that have a hard time with it. And I think a lot of trainers don't necessarily know how to coach it because, again, it to us can just seem intuitive sometimes. But I'm going to give you 3 troubleshooting tips to help with your battle ropes. This is not to learn to do fancy tricks with battle ropes. This is just your #1 battle rope exercise, the standard double waves where you've got a rope in each hand. We're just going to help teach you how to make them more effective and get more out of it whenever you're doing it. Okay? So we're going to start with the issues first, and then get into what's the correct way. So most common issue that I see, we'll say this is problem #1, is being back too far and stretching the ropes out. Okay? Whenever they're already taut, they don't have room to make those waves, and what it kind of forces you to do is pull back on them, like you see Janina's doing right now. She's having to pull back because they're so stretched tight. Each time she does a wave, it's actually trying to pull it out of her hands. And she's putting all that extra energy into just pulling back.
I also can't make that wave big enough when all I'm doing is pulling back.
Right. Okay. Next one would be, let's say she's at the right distance, but, and this is more of a mental error that a lot of people will make, is just where their head's at about what the exercise is supposed to be or what it's not supposed to be. So what I'll find with this one, problem #2, is people feeling like they have to raise the entire rope all at once, okay? And the ropes will vary depending on how much they weigh, depending on the length and the thickness of them and everything. This one weighs a total of about 50 pounds, and so if she feels like she's got to do this shoulder front raise and lift the entire rope, all 50 pounds at once, you're going to see that takes all the energy she can muster, and there's only going to be a few that she can even do that way. And it's hard to even really get it to lift all the rope.
I also can't do it continuously because it's really hard to recover.
You'll see people have a big delay in between and doing it more like it's reps of a strength training exercise versus a continuous conditioning exercise like what we're actually going for with this. So again, that's just a kind of mental cue and making sure that you're thinking about it the right way, that you're not trying to lift and raise the entire rope. You're really only trying to raise about 5 feet in front of you, but then throw it down, okay? So don't spend all your energy just trying to raise the whole thing and then just let it fall. Actually raise it up about eye level, and then we're trying to throw it down, okay? So that's problem #2. #3.
Super stiffness. So the key here and how you get your heart rate up and how you actually go faster for a longer period of time is that you let the legs do a lot of the work, not just your arms.
Right.
So, some people tend to do this when they're doing ropes.
Yeah, really stiff legs. You'll see she's using all arms, right? The thing about what makes a good conditioning exercise is you get the full body involved, okay? You don't isolate and therefore wear out just one muscle group, because then it's just not going to last, especially when that's the shoulders and you're making those arms do all the work because everything's stiff. So let's show them the right way to do this. So she's getting the full body involved, right? So the arms are connecting her to the rope, but they're staying pretty loose, and she's getting a lot of the power out of her hips.
Hand sliding over here. Let's try this again.
Right, so she's getting some hip power out of this by doing that squat motion, and again, engaging the abs to actually pull them down, throw them down. By doing that, she was able to make it a continuous motion that could be sustainable at a pretty good intensity level for about 30 seconds.
Also, you'll notice because you'll be out of breath.
That's right. The more muscle that's active, another reason we want to do it that way, more muscle active is more calories burned, more of that cardiovascular effect that you're going for if you're doing battle ropes.
We hope this helps, and we hope you give them a try if you haven't. It's a really, really good exercise. See ya!
See ya.